8 goals. That's all that stands between Harry Kane and rewriting English football history forever. Think about that for a second. 8 World Cup goals across one tournament, and Kane doesn't just become a legend, he becomes the legend. The undisputed king of English football. And 2026 might be his last real shot at it. Here's where things stand right now. Kane walks into 2026 already sitting on 73 international goals for England. 73. He passed Wayne Rooney's record of 53 back in March 2023, and he hasn't stopped scoring since. The man's averaging nearly a goal a game at international level, which is genuinely absurd when you stop and think about it. But here's the kicker. Back in Russia 2018, Kane won the Golden Boot with 6 goals. 6. And 3 of them were penalties. One was literally a deflection off his heel against Panama. People love to bring that up like it cheapens the achievement, but you know what? Goals are goals, and nobody else scored more that summer. Then Qatar 2022 happened. 2 goals, knocked out by France in the quarters, that missed penalty against Lloris still haunting him in his sleep. He left Qatar with 8 total World Cup goals across 2 tournaments. Solid. Respectable. Not legendary. And that's the problem. Because here's the name that's been hanging over Kane's head his entire career. Gary Lineker. 10 World Cup goals. The most by any English player in history, scored across Mexico 86 and Italia 90. For nearly 40 years, nobody's touched it. Not Shearer. Not Owen. Not Rooney, who somehow only managed 1 World Cup goal in his entire career. 1. Kane needs 3 goals in 2026 to tie Lineker. 3 to match a record that stood since before most of you watching were born. And given Kane scored in literally every major tournament he's played in for England, betting against him feels reckless. But why stop there? Let's talk about the real prize. The all-time World Cup top scorer record belongs to Miroslav Klose with 16 goals across 4 tournaments. Ronaldo Nazario sits on 15. Gerd Müller on 14. Kane currently has 8. To catch Klose he'd need 9 in 2026 alone, which would also smash just Fontaine's single tournament record of 13 set back in 1958. Realistic? Probably not. But 6 or 7 goals to leapfrog into the top 5 all-time. That's genuinely on the table. And here's something nobody's talking about. The 2026 World Cup is the first ever 48-team tournament. That means more games. Up to 8 matches if England go all the way, compared to the 7 in previous formats. More games means more chances. More penalties. More tap-ins against weaker group stage opponents. Kane will be 32 by the time the tournament kicks off in June. He's banging in goals for fun at Bayern Munich, already broken Bundesliga records, and he's playing the best football of his life. This isn't a fading striker chasing one last hurrah. This is a striker in his absolute prime walking into a tournament designed to inflate goal tallies. So here's my prediction, and write this down. Kane finishes 2026 as the tournament's top scorer with 7 goals. He breaks Lineker's record. He drags England to at least a semi-final. And whether they win the whole thing or not, he ends the summer with the Golden Boot, the English World Cup scoring record, and a place in the top 5 all-time World Cup scorers ever. That's the GOAT conversation done. Closed. Finished. Because at that point, what argument is left? He'll have the England goals record. The World Cup goals record. Multiple Golden Boots. Champions League winner with Bayern, probably. The only thing missing would be the trophy itself, and even that's not off the table. The numbers don't lie. The form doesn't lie. The tournament format literally favors him. 8 goals from history, and Harry Kane has spent his entire career making goalscoring look inevitable. If you want more deep dives on every contender heading into next summer, the dark horse nations nobody's talking about, and which players are about to explode onto the global stage, hit that subscribe button right now. And watch the next video popping up on your screen, because we're breaking down exactly why Mbappé might not even be the best player at his own World Cup. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.